What do you focus on as you get ready for the start?
At this point, you just no one really cares. As soon as the 10 seconds starts, that's it. Silence falls. You focus, but until then, you just laughing, joking. The 10 seconds is when people start to focus their mind.
9, 8, 7, 6,
So,
5, 4.
the second leg of the A final here in Valladolid. And we're away here at the Circuit Teledios. And it is the one car of Coelho in the lead. This time, finally getting to start from the pole position he earned, with Jorn Neumann close by. So they all make it through the first lap pretty clean on that occasion. Neil Cragg at the very back of the field. He's going to have some work to do. There goes the one car of Coelho. Neumann in second. Third place is Martin Wilanka, Kari Salmela in fourth, and Martin Beyer in fifth. It's a pretty formulaic first lap from everyone. It's been a relatively calm one, which is a rare thing to say in 1/10, but a relatively calm first lap and a relatively calm second lap as well. If you just look to the battle for second, Jean Neumann with company, and there's Martin Wilanka of Austria. We said Wilanka, far from a count-outable guy. That's a good sentence. As Wilanka looking to challenge Neumann. So Coelho getting away. This is what we saw in the practice earlier on. But Neumann, it's quite surprised that Neumann's not actually able to go along with Coelho and get away from the rest of the field. I was kind of expecting the two of them to distance themselves from everyone else, but it's more Coelho and then the rest at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, this is Jorn's biggest chance. He started behind Bruno on the track. He knows it, he needs to close up on him. In leg 3, Neil should start between them. So Jorn needs to get his head down, tie onto the back of Bruno. He's kind of dropped Wilanka now, so he'll have his sights set on Bruno. And with 3 minutes to go, I think it's very possible to close in and we'll end up with a tight race. Jorn's definitely got the experience, knows what he's doing. So does Bruno. So hopefully he can close in and we'll get a bit of a race on towards the end of this one.
And Lee Martin now up to third place, and there goes Neumann. If you just look to the final corner, there's Neumann. Lee Martin for company now. So Neumann with the yellow wheels having an issue there at the final turn, and that's left him with Lee Martin in close proximity. Lee Martin of the UK will be doing all he can to try and pressure the German, and Neumann's not going to be happy, is he, with his performance at the moment. But what can he do really to try and stop? He just seems to be he's feeling the pressure there, because just got it all wrong at the jump, ended up on the concrete, and has got Lee Martin all over him. Martin would be delighted to get past Neumann.
Yeah, I mean, 8th up to 2nd would be a great result. Jorn's under a little bit of pressure here. He got it wrong into the double and ended up on his roof, which allowed Lee to close in, and now he's under pressure. This is really Bruno's to lose with a 7-second lead and 2 minutes to go. Bruno just needs to keep it clean, he'll bring it home. He'll start looking towards a race time now. He needs to try and beat Jorn's one from the first race, just in case it goes to a tiebreaker. Meanwhile, Jorn will be looking to defend that second place. It puts him in a strong position going into the third and final leg, and Martin will be doing everything he can to get some low score on the board.
Not the best lap there from Martin, lost a bit of time, but Neumann, a 5:06.043 was his time in that previous leg, the first leg of the A final, and as you said, it's really Coelho who needs to try and find some more speed out there. I think he might be on for it, a 5:06.03 at the moment.
Yeah, that's 6 seconds quicker than Jorn's predicted. However, I don't know how accurate that is, because the first lap's not necessarily the right length. Meanwhile, behind the front three, there is an epic battle for the fourth spot.
Okay, so if we could just get the cameras on that battle for fourth, the 4 car, the yellow with the white wheels, just going over the bridge at the moment, and being followed by Sami Salmela. That's Martin Wilanka in 4th position, the cork in the bottle. Kari Salmela in 5th. Una Hattinen was in 6th, is still in 6th, with Neil Cragg right behind him. Malin Carlson on the back of that.
30
And
seconds.
oh, that's a big moment there for 5th and 6th place cars. I believe we're still following the 4 of Walanka there, but in case you couldn't quite see it on the screen, that was a hefty collision, let's say, between Una Hattinen and the number 7 car of Martin Beyer.
10, 9,
But on the,
7,
if we could just go to the far end corner now,
4,
Bruno Coelho, far end corner, so the last corner now, Bruno Coelho. He's crossed the line, so he's only going to get 12 laps out of that. I was wondering if he'd get a 13th, but 12 laps on a 5-minute .637. If you're going to do a 12 lapper, that's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, that's a very quick final there from Bruno. It's 6 seconds up on Jorn's leg 1 score, so he's got the quickest final. I mean, he'll go out in the last one looking to win it. Jorn's in a strong position coming home in second, so he's got a 1 and a 2 in the bag going into the last leg.
7.
Good run from Lee Martin, scoring a 3rd. And then Neil Cragg, he's got a 5. He's going to be disappointed with that, but starting from the back of the grid, what can you expect? He'll be looking to make amends in the last leg and hopefully make the podium.
Yeah, so hoping for a podium for Lee Martin, but Coelho, league of his own out there on track. Of course, I think I'm right in saying that in the practice A, he got 13 laps. I think that's the only time we've seen someone do 13 laps in 5 minutes all weekend. The fact that he did that in a race scenario is pretty incredible, and something tells me, however, though, that he's not going to have the track all to himself in the final leg, the 3rd and final leg of the day. And tune in a little bit later for that one. It is Bruno Coelho seemingly in control as at the end of that second one.